Age of Empires 3 Definitive Edition rounds out the tune-ups and modernizing the legendary RTS trilogy has been treated to over the course of the last couple years. And like the two definitive editions before it, the focus seems to be on preserving the original experience as faithfully as possible. There is a smattering of fresh content like the timed tutorial Art of War challenges and some new historical battles. But for the most part, it's the Age of Empires 3 you remember, except prettier and a bit more informed about the era it portrays. Some of the biggest changes you'll notice if you played the original concern the two North American nations originally added in the War Chiefs expansion. Previously called the Iroquois and the Sioux, they've been given more specific and culturally appropriate names that they would actually use to describe themselves, the Haudenosaunee and the Lakota. A message when you first load up the game lets you know that they've done away with inaccurate or stereotypical depictions and created new voiceover using native speakers after consulting living members of these nations. I don't know nearly enough about the languages and cultures being portrayed here to judge the differences on a basis of accuracy, but the new lines sound great. And the changes go as far as tweaking units and bonuses for each faction, so it's not purely cosmetic. I'm sure it was a lot of work to make these adjustments and ensure that the factions still feel balanced, so I applaud the effort. We also get two completely new factions, one from each side of the Atlantic. The powerful Inca Empire gets highly defensible unique trading posts, swift infantry, and their priestesses can convert enemy units to your side in classic Wololo fashion, an ability that was originally excluded altogether from Age of Empires 3. The Swedes are the new European faction, with aggressive Karelian infantry that can deal damage at range or with a death-defying melee charge. They also get highly maneuverable leather cannons and Hakapalit cavalry to make them the masters of combined arms they were at the height of their imperial power. They're also ideal for making use of mercenary contracts. I'm a little disappointed that there isn't much new story content to go around, though all of the campaigns from the original game and its expansions are present and fully remastered with improved graphics and sound. The characters don't look exactly modern. Even compared to much older RTS games like the original Company of Heroes, this definitive edition comes across as still a bit dated. But it's obviously a huge improvement over the original nonetheless. The new historical battles present some fun challenges and a bit of single-player action for those who aren't already tempted by the skirmish mode or replaying old campaigns. The Algiers 1516 scenario, for instance, requires you to break through a Spanish naval blockade as an optional objective to be able to ship in any reinforcements from your home city. It's clear that the team put some thought into creating new, interesting challenges using these vintage mechanics. The Art of War scenarios feel more like a fancy tutorial than anything else. They are a great place to start if you haven't played Age of Empires 3 before or need a reminder on the mechanics. Some focus on running your economy, others focus on fighting battles. Each one has bronze, silver, and gold medals to earn if you really want to condition a specific skill, but it doesn't really take that long to master them all, so it's not exactly a feature you'll be coming back to again and again once you get the basic ideas down. Age of Empires 3 has long been the black sheep of the trilogy, at least in that it never captured the hearts and minds of the RTS faithful as completely as its two predecessors did. But it still holds up as an interesting base builder with a huge degree of diversity between its European, Asian, and American factions. A deep, satisfying deck builder system lets you customize the toolkit you set sail and conquer with, providing a long-term incentive to level up your home city and unlock new cards. Sprucing up the graphics and audio caught my attention. The new and revised factions made me want to stay a while. For more Age of Empires, keep it right here on IGN.